Fear of mice. Fear of mice and rats is one of the most common specific phobias. It is sometimes referred to as musophobia or murophobia, or achoraphobia, from French souris, mouse. The phobia, as an unreasonable and disproportionate fear, is distinct from reasonable concern about rats and mice contaminating food supplies, which may potentially be universal to all times, places, and cultures where stored grain attracts rodents, which then consume or contaminate the food supply. In many cases, a phobic fear of mice is a socially induced conditioned response, combined with the startle response common in many animals, including humans, rather than a real disorder. At the same time, as is common with specific phobias, an occasional fright may give rise to abnormal anxiety that requires treatment. Fear of mice may be treated by any standard treatment for specific phobias. The standard treatment of animal phobia is systematic desensitization, and this can be done in the consulting room, or in hypnosis. Some clinicians use a combination of both in vivo and in vitro desensitization during treatment. It is also helpful to encourage patients to experience some positive associations with mice, thus, the feared stimulus is paired with the positive rather than being continuously reinforced by the negative. An exaggerated, phobic fear of mice and rats has traditionally been depicted as a stereotypical trait of women, with numerous books, cartoons, television shows, and films portraying women screaming and jumping onto chairs or tables at the sight of a mouse, for example, Mammy Two Shoes in Tom and Jerry. Despite the gender stereotype portrayal, Western murophobia has always been experienced by individuals of both sexes. However, women are twice as likely as men to suffer from specific phobias, such as musophobia. There is a common Western folk belief that elephants are afraid of mice. The earliest reference to this claim is probably by Pliny the Elder in his Naturalis Historia, Book 8. As translated by Philemon Holland, of all other living creatures, they cannot abide a mouse or a rat. Numerous zoos and zoologists have shown that elephants can be conditioned not to react. Mythbusters performed an experiment in which, indeed, multiple elephants did attempt to avoid a mouse, showing there may be some basis for this belief. It is not known why elephants should react in this way, though there are several theories. Regardless, elephantine murophobia remains the basis of various jokes and metaphors. The classical board game Doshuchi has the rat kill an elephant, as multiple editions of the rulebook mentions that the rat would crawl into the elephant's ears to gnaw into its brain, but this is considered to be a folk tale. Gertrude of Nivelles is the patron saint of murophobia, and is also invoked against rats and mice in general.